We're out of time and out of space, lamenting for the human race. A cataclysmic crisis from the past. A small blue world asunder torn, an apocalyptic nightmare born, and mankind better learn to cope with it fast. Watch the glittering protectors rise! Inhuman foes meet your demise! And boom, boom, boom! Your end is nigh!
Hello out there, Internet. It is I, Kadave, and this is the Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play of Savage Worlds Rifts, the Tomorrow Legion. To my left,
My name is Stu, and I play Lambert Delanoy, the Quebecois Luther boy.
And I'm
It is very
Samantha.
nice to meet you.
I play Tiffany the Dragon.
I'm Nick, and I play Indiana Rex, the dog boy.
and we are missing our Cyber Knight
Armadillo.
this evening. Armadillo.
Albuquerque. Abattoir. Alfredo.
See, it goes. I think it's the fact that we go 2 weeks that then that fades
gets
from my
funny
mind a
again.
little
The Joker
bit,
sets
and
in.
then it just hits me every time like a truck. It's good. But we will be continuing on our journey to save Vaughn and see what else is out there.
Yeah.
So, you were here last time.
I
so
was
we
here
can
last
have your
time.
amazing.
We can read Tiffany's diary. Let's see what happened. Hey, diary. I guess Lambert destroyed the dome. Oh, with the ghosts in it. It dissipated, and so did the weird ghosties. We got back in the buggy and picked up the trail east for Vaughn and the thief bots. There's snoring coming from the intercom. I think Lambert is asleep on the truck. We came around a bend to see a minor ley line, and a huge tear suddenly opened in the universe. Inside the rift, it was nighttime with sparkly stars. Antiope almost crashed the dune buggy. She was so startled. Rex spotted a pair of headlights inside the rift. I hopped out and moved the dune buggy back onto the road. Oreo Cookie didn't even get out. I'm going real off the rails with the names here right now.
That's good.
Lambert grudgingly woke up, and we debated cheesing it out of there. Lambert's computer tried to connect to some battle map or whatever. He said there might be more of him in there. Emporium wanted to ask them for help, but Lambert thinks they'll just blow us up. Oh, good. Someone very shiny is walking towards us. Rex called a hello and got a lady hello back. They knew what a rift was, and her armor lit up. Super cool. She looks suspiciously like Altoid, and they're from the Legion, looking for a kidnapped comrade named Kal EC. Crying sad face. I told the other me to say hi to Mother for me. Cries forever. We noted the location, so maybe we can come visit later. We told them to tell the ghost town, not ghost people, maybe don't build that dome. Lambert's day coma came in handy. He offered to drive at night so we could all sleep. After San Pellegrino did some magical healing for her and Lambert.
Now you're just looking at stuff and reading the label.
Yes. What's your complaint about that? It's funny. Then there's a lot of Z's because we slept for a while. Lambert saw a city off to the north, so he stopped and woke Rex up to check the thief bot tracks. We continued east. A couple more hours, and we came upon a brightly lit settlement. Weirdly colored light, kinda tacky and multicolored. Lambert parked and woke us all up. They explained Christmas to me, which sounds weird and flammable, but maybe fun. Lambert snuck up the hill and spotted a big sign that says south of the border. He also spotted some people, so Rex snuck down and tried to do some recon, but he wasn't super sneaky. There's a cafe, a gas station, a leather shop. These people probably aren't super evil. Rex chatted with a guy named Archibald in a window and asked him for a map of the area. He handed over a cartoony map from here to the coast. He said to be careful going north. People don't come back from there. Crazy folks talking about a robot invasion and slug people in the coastal towns. Gross. Rex reported back, and we all decided to snap into a Slim Jim before heading north. We drove the trucks in and parked near the town. Lambert's armor looks super sparkly in the lights. He played some music and an impromptu dance party broke out. We headed to the cafe for Slim Jims. Rex paid with credits for all our food, which was a heap of meat and veggies and waffles on a big metal lid. Rex got some looks, but I gave them the stink eye right back. Lambert made a joke about not going indoors anymore, and some locals came to talk to us about where we're from. A Britishy guy told us about some dinosaur hunting in the swamps. Lambert described the cyberdog things to him, but he hadn't seen any. Rampaging killbots live north up to Baltimore. None of the people that came back from the north are around. There's some trappers that go inland north of the mountains, and then we rested for the night in the truck. That was it.
Indeed. So, you have managed to have a good night's sleep. Nobody messes with you guys.
Cool.
In the morning, you get... There's just a big plume from like a cook fire out behind the Slim Jim guy's hut. Mm-hmm. He's obviously making some kind of weird roasted meat concoction to inject into Slim Jim form.
There's actually meat in it? I'm shocked.
You don't know what kind. Slim Jims are people.
Oh, wait, I'm here.
His name was literally Jim.
Tomorrow it'll be Slim Dan's. So that kind of the first thing you notice when you wake up. The garish neon signs have turned off with daybreak. And it looks like the place seems pretty quiet. Like most folks are kind of coming through in the night, kind of a deal, or coming by. Then it's not a real busy hopping place first thing in the morning.
Cool.
What was the plan? To head north?
I think we should head north.
I think we should. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this sounds like we're robot people is what we're looking for.
Did we talk to someone last night about what to expect? Are we prepared? We have everything we need?
I totally forgot something.
Yes.
Things I messed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We should do that first.
Not a lot. However, invisibility in Savage Worlds does not fade when you make an attack.
Oh.
As long as you maintain
That's obfuscate.
yes. Well, it's also D&D invisibility, yeah. The curse of many systems mixing in my mind.
Right.
But yeah, that will continue. Thank you, as always, Erica. And then what was there was something else, and I forgot. We could have done. Oh, it was just. I could have done the fatigue thing instead of actual wounds from that psychic blast from the other town.
Right.
And then we wouldn't have had to worry about healing issues as much, but it was fine. Everything's fine here. But yeah, so not a very huge list. But anyway, back to the story. You guys are going to head off north? Anything else you want to try and find or acquire or talk to or anything before you go?
Did we talk to some explorer last time?
We did. We talked to a hunter guy.
Yeah, to a dinosaur hunter, but he said he worked more away from that area, and he said that there were some other trappers who'd been north, but they tended to go more inland, and they were probably at their lodge right now. They weren't in town.
All right. I opened a Diet Coke. Does anyone want it? I opened it by accident. I thought it was a beer.
I literally just
I
opened
know.
one.
I just saw that.
Is it caffeinated?
I think it is.
I will desperately need that then.
Okay, good. Because I want to have caffeine this late.
Yes. Yeah. So desperately, I was drinking your flat Coke back over there. That
Oh,
open
no.
bottle.
Ew.
Gross.
I hate this, but I need it.
Pretty much.
I get it. Cool. So, like I said, this settlement was literally right along old Interstate 95. So it's a big 2 lanes each way, separated by a grassy, or with sometimes trees and bushes stuff, kind of medium that runs. From here, it doesn't run straight north. It kind of heads northeast.
Oh, more towards the water. How far are we from the ocean at this point?
A decent distance.
Miles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we can't see the water, but we can see the mutant seagulls.
Bug people.
I'm sure that a mutant seagull could come this way.
Mine. I said mine.
Boy.
With 3 different heads. 3 different heads are all going, mine.
Nightmares.
Just a second. I want to give you an accurate answer, so I'm not being a jerk.
Can I have some of these
Please do.
snacks?
These are the hottest fucking nuts.
Oh, those?
I think they're just seasoned with cayenne pepper.
Whoa.
Or something like that. It just says spices.
I don't trust that.
Oh, habanero. Dehydrated habanero.
Oh, there you go.
So
That's
from
why.
where you are, the most direct route to the ocean is about 70 miles.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Oh,
so we're
okay.
still a ways away. Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
far.
And the coastline, from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, it kind of swings out
Right.
going that way. So the highway kind of keeps approximately this distance
Okay.
going north.
That was my concern.
Yeah. 95 doesn't actually get right near the water until you get near Washington.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, heading out, you guys pull out onto the mostly abandoned interstate. You can see where there's probably some, rusted out, barely remains of cars at this point and stuff that have been cleared from the road to kind of make passage to and from this trading post easier. After you get a few, maybe even 10, 20 miles up the road, it looks like the clearing of vehicles has kind of stopped. But it's not like a zombie apocalypse where they were all packed in trying to escape something.
Right.
So it's easy enough to kind of wend your way, sometimes pulling onto the shoulder a little, back on, that kind of a deal. Excuse me. So you guys are traveling along north. It's kind of a nice morning. It's
Too nice.
everything seems like a place I'd want to be. Don't trust it. You guys, as you're traveling along, it's not like you're traveling through forest, but everything is really, really green. It's a place that gets rain, so it's not like here where there's nothing. So there's actually tall grass everywhere because nobody's mowing the sides of the interstate.
Right.
Wildflowers.
Yeah, just bright and verdant as you're heading north. Let us. Kimmy's not here, so I can't even taunt her about the shuffling. Maybe that's what I'll get her for Christmas. One of those
She might
automated.
be watching. You could absolutely taunt her.
That's true.
Hi, Kimmy.
Make her shuffle at home.
I haven't seen her posting.
Yeah. I haven't gotten the Slack messages about shut up.
Well, you didn't taunt her yet.
You're right. Go buy a deck of cards.
1,
Yeah, let's just do one.
3 of hearts.
All right. So it's a pretty clear day. Not a lot of cloud cover or anything, so visibility is as good as it's going to get. You kind of come up, and down the road, just coming into view, it looks like there's a big vehicle of some kind. Like, not like a tractor trailer, but it seems a lot taller than like the truck you guys have.
Like a motorhome or something, maybe, or bus.
Well, you can zoom in and
Right.
see better, so you're able to kind of lay eyes on it and see that it looks almost like a really big suspension truck. So like almost like a monster truck sort of a thing.
Okay.
Like the cab and stuff is raised up really high and it's got big old giant off-roady tires on it. That kind of a thing, but it makes it look abnormally tall. It's not necessarily really long or anything, but from here, as you get a little closer, you start seeing some stuff on it. Like, it looks like it's decorated with skulls, like animal skulls, but you don't know. You don't have a lot of nature
Like actual
skills.
skulls or painted skulls?
Like actual
Okay,
skulls,
right.
sort of attached to it. It's a super metal truck.
They don't actually have monsters in them, but they did used to fight them in arenas back in the ancient days.
And they what they do usually have in them is douchebags.
That is the kind of monster that Mother warned me about. I see.
But you don't see any activity around the truck. Nothing.
Does it have a name painted on the side or anything?
You can't really see the sides. Like you're just coming up from behind.
Oh, it's traveling this direction?
No,
or
it's
stopped?
ahead of you.
Okay.
It's not moving. You guys are closing on it. But it's up there.
Someone want to take... we should probably...
Flank it?
Yeah, good idea.
Lest we be flanked.
Real quick, just to refresh my memory, who's where?
Well,
So you
I
got the
can
big truck.
I can drive from the trailer if I need to.
Right.
Right. Currently, he and I were in the truck trailer, swapping
and
off driving.
you and Kimmy were in the buggy.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
yeah. Are we assuming she's just with us?
She's just driving the buggy.
She's just driving the buggy. Okay, good.
She's
'cause
just
I
not
can't
going to be very
drive.
helpful.
She's on autopilot.
So yeah, consider her like a Tesla
Okay.
for this game.
Okay, so she'll drive our buggy then.
So you guys, however you want to.
I could split to the side if you want to keep driving.
Yeah, see if you can find a hill or some, good vantage point.
Okay. I will. Chink, chink.
And are the sides of the road drivable?
It gets
Ish?
pretty thick with grasses
Okay.
and stuff. I mean, you can kind of slowly push through,
Yeah.
but when you're doing that, it's
You've
just like all those
Noticeable.
stereotypical films
Yeah.
where they're driving through a cornfield or
Yeah,
whatever, and
yeah.
like you can't
Visibility of
see
2
crap.
feet.
It's
Yeah.
like the grass is whacking the windshield as you.
Maybe let's not do that.
Yeah, I'll go around and see if I can see.
Yeah, when you're standing up, you're able to be taller than most of the grass along the side of the roads and stuff, so you can kind of.
That's
make
why I
your
have
way
a
through.
-8 to stealth.
It's super shiny.
Right.
So. Yeah.
So I'll basically, if we're headed northish, I'll head off like due east for maybe 100 yards or so, and I'm gonna see if I can find a high spot where I can kind of see, get a different vantage point. If there are people concealed, so I can give a different angle. I'm going to try to travel that way and then north, so that I'm sort of
Mirroring.
equidistant
Sure.
with the thing. I want to be there before the truck gets there.
Okay. So you're going to go off and then back, like a
But
triangle?
to the east, I'm thinking.
Well, yeah. you're
Whichever.
Okay, you're going north. You're going to go.
Yeah. No, I'm that way and then parallel,
Okay.
so I can basically, if there's people hiding behind stuff, I want to get around so I can
Check.
So I can see
I
it.
got you. So as you get up there, there's not a lot of hills through here that you can kind of get up to or anything. There's some copses of trees and that kind of stuff that you could kind of conceal yourself behind a little bit, but not really.
I'm not trying to
climb.
hide.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like if you were going to get the bright idea to try and climb a tree, they're not that big a tree.
Okay.
It's not like Big Sur.
Right.
for somebody in a giant mech to be like scaling.
Yeah.
You'd need a redwood.
Redwoods on the East Coast.
No.
Well, in our world, who knows?
Yeah, if you see one, be careful.
Right. It might eat you.
It's sentient and
Yes.
it hates people.
Ooh,
That would be the best tree ant, a giant sequoia.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
General Sherman, just fucking
Fuck you!
as tall as the tower. So like all the other ants are coming up and like smacking on the side, and he's like, "What?" Yeah, that would be good. You guys continuing along the road, you get a little closer, and it looks like it's not like cow skulls and stuff, but it looks like species that you're not really familiar with. Skulls all over this thing.
Okay.
And it looks like there's sort of a rack in the bed of the truck that has supplies on it, stuff.
The skulls, do they appear to be non-humanoid?
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly. I mean, it's kind of hard to...
As far as we
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell, they look like they're probably animals or creatures
Yes.
or some sort.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes me feel slightly better.
It's not like the Reavers. Like,
Yeah.
but you see some skulls that look like elongated, maybe reptile, like some big gator-looking skull things.
Do I see a
and some-
dragon skull on it?
No, certainly nothing as big as you.
Okay.
There is some resemblance, just with the whole lizardy
Yeah,
kind
but
of
nothing
a deal.
big enough to be a dragon skull. Okay.
Is there anything that I could think might be those beasts that the ladies were riding, the cyber ladies were riding?
No, there's nothing like chromey looking or...
Well, anything that like I
even
mean,
the shape,
it'd have
maybe?
an underlying it'd have an underlying structure.
Probably not. They were
Okay.
kind of like a... Well...
Let me see how cool these dudes are.
So it was kind of like a big, sort of a... Almost like a big mix between like a bull and a wolf sort of looking thing. Because it's got sort of a narrow face and...
Move it there. No, so that,
Oh,
oh, no, over here. Move it. There you go. Yeah,
oh.
that thing. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's got kind of a narrow face.
Yeah, so nothing that looks exactly like that, no.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it was so clad in metallic bits that it's kind of
No,
hard,
it's
to
hard to
tell
tell,
its
but-
shape, but just at first glance, no. Coming up the side of the road, you get up a ways, and with your height, you're able to see, it looks like there's a path that leads off the road to the east, where the grass has been flat, like crop circled. Like it's all pushed down.
Like in a pattern?
No, you can't really.
Or like something big laid down here?
Maybe something. Maybe
Okay.
something big, like, but in a path. Like it very
Oh, like
much
something
looks
pushed
like
it.
something maybe pushed something heavy across it or
Okay.
something.
And this vehicle has a high enough wheelbase it didn't do that.
No,
Okay.
it would probably have left twin
tracks.
tracks
Twin
through
tracks.
it, sort of a deal. But this looks like a big space that has been laid down, and it's pretty wide.
Okay.
Not
It's as wide as those beasts.
10 or 15 feet wide,
Okay.
I'd say. In that neighborhood.
Am I seeing any movement or anything as I'm... Cause what I want to do is get to the point where I'm level with it, and then if I don't see anything, I'm going to go a little bit past and kind of try to come around the backside.
You don't. You don't
Okay.
see any movement. You do see, from the angle off to the side, you see it looks like the door, the passenger door on this car has been removed, and it's kind of like laying on the ground.
Okay.
And you're up to the point where, to go farther, you'll cross the space where something crushed the grass. And you don't see anything.
There's a very wide trail here. It looks like something rolled or got pushed across here. Very wide. 15, 20 feet, you said?
Like 15-ish.
15 feet.
Yeah.
recent. I'm assuming the grass hasn't had a chance to start.
Yeah, pretty recent.
Okay.
Excuse me. Does it? Are there any tracks that you can see? Does it look like it might be our friends?
May I make a roll?
Sure. Do you have tracking?
No, I have notice. It's the closest thing I have.
You could do notice, and
A 4.
you don't see any tracks that look like the footprints you've
Okay.
seen before in this. It really looks just like, almost like somebody took like a big steamer, like clothes steamer, and just laid all this grass down.
Okay.
Like it's just all, and it's all pushed in the same direction, just
Away from this.
away from the truck. Just
Okay. No, I do not see tracks. It looks like something big, like rolled across it or something, and it went away from the road.
Are we up at the monster truck now?
yeah, you guys as close as you want to be.
Okay.
I will, and in case you need fire support.
So as we get sort of within like shouting distance, I'll lean out the cab of the truck and hail the camp.
You get
Hello? Anyone here?
silence.
All right. Well, our intentions are peaceful. We're going to approach the vehicle. And I'll tootle.
The vehicle does not appear offended.
All right.
But you guys approach, you get up close. You can see in the back of the truck, it looks like there's some outdoorsman supplies. You know, there's what looks like stuff that would set up like a camp of some kind. There looks like on top of the roof rack, now that you're close enough, it looks like there's some like skins that have been laid out on the top. And the like I said, the passenger door is ripped off and laying on the ground, sort of like it was pulled off and
Okay.
fell. And there's like now that you're this close, you get a bonus for tracking with scent, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Wow, that was stunningly not good.
All right.
Let's make this happen. I know. Put us into combat so that we can keep us out of combat. There we go.
Ooh, that's better.
13. 15. Because I have a +2.
The inside of the cab smells a little like pee.
Oh, so I actually made it before. But
And there's a weird smelling substance in there.
Asparagus.
chemical or like biological?
Biologically, it's not something you've ever smelled before. But as you get up close, it's sort of got this weird pungent smell to it. And you see that it looks like almost like warmed up petroleum jelly, sort of
Ooh.
kind of smeared across the dashboard of this truck.
Does this sound anything like the slug people that we were warned about with the things?
They're that big?
Slugs do have. Maybe they were driving a slug vehicle.
Could be.
A slug bug?
Yeah.
That's from Sturgito for Nick.
Ah,
Oh,
Reroll that beautiful bean footage.
thank you, Sergito.
I'm
I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
on player dice. Should we institute a thing where if you've kept them over for a session, it's a first in, first out? You see what I'm
maybe we
saying?
should keep track of.
Like if we
Which-
if we start the next session with
Some.
help a player ones, we need to spend those first.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure, yeah. That makes sense.
Totally agree.
Okay.
I thought you meant like some kind of arcane accounting system.
No.
For like, this was given to me. My fathers and my father before me had this help a player from Sir Guido. Like,
You cannot bequeath them to your.
I'm finally
descendants.
gonna use it today. Like, my kids are gonna be running a game, and somebody's like, "Today's the day."
Do you see this?
This old brittle plastic
Yeah.
chip.
Like, Sam sitting there with white hair and just like,
And I kept this uncomfortable hunk of plastic up my ass for years.
And now
from the
I give
Great
it to
Gamer
you.
Wars,
Yeah.
where they were looking for bennies everywhere.
Yeah, those things are hot.
Held in a Dungeons and Dragons and Tournament camp.
Oh, those.
Yeah, they haven't never started
got-
yet.
Yeah.
How many did you eat?
Got the spit.
Too many?
Enough.
Enough to actually kick up my metabolism.
Uh-oh. Alrighty. So,
That's ridiculous.
slug dudes? Are we thinking it's slug dudes?
That's a fairly big slug.
Well, maybe they have like a truck.
Well, if they weren't so big, I think that maybe our friends back at the town might not have been so worried about them.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I'm gonna take a little sample of the gunk.
It totally does look like Egon's ectoplasm. Like,
Ew.
it's that kind of
Okay.
consistency. And
So I can check it against, databases or like, hey, is this the trail that those things are?
Sure.
'Cause I'm curious. I'll want to know what all that was.
you can carry some of that nasty with you. You're just like, I've had enough, and then you're like, I have more. Time for more.
Oh my god, that's way too many.
They're
If stew
good.
catches fire, it's the fault of the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of nuts.
They are the hottest fucking nuts.
Yes.
Did it actually just say the hottest fucking nuts on that?
Yeah.
Like, it's
the
not
hottest
even.
fucking nuts.
I thought it would have like some asterisks.
No.
Like hottest F ampersand star.
These are adult nuts.
Yeah, apparently they sell them in a little
Nuts after
sleeve
dark.
behind the counter.
I don't know.
So,
what
sir, I've turned 18. Can I have some of those nuts?
Show me your ID. Sign this waiver.
sounds about right.
All right.
The
The road ahead of this truck looks pretty clear, by the way. Now that you've made it up here, you can see beyond.
I hate to be our murder hoe, but do we toss it for supplies?
I mean, I'm a dragon. I don't need anything.
Oh, that's true.
You guys take what you want.
If
That's
you,
true.
yeah,
You have a giant suit of armor and a giant weapon, but
if you find any, tungsten darts, I can always use a few extras.
Or poutine.
Or
Yeah,
poutine.
yeah.
As long as it's not too old.
or
The
slime-
gravy will
slime.
separate.
He's
Man.
very particular about his poutine.
I'm going to take a quick look through the gear and see if there's anything that's worth me taking. I mean, I don't have magical psychic armor or a giant suit of nearly indestructible
Absolutely.
whatever, or am a dragon. So, sorry guys.
Just give me a minute, please.
Listen, you get all the loot. I don't see
Hey,
a
that's
downside
true.
for you.
Bling bling.
It looks like there's a couple of like slug thrower kind of rifles.
Okay.
Slug thrower.
But nothing super modern or nothing that strikes you in a way that would be better than what you have,
Right, as a big
weaponry
upgrade.
wise.
Are they're like big 50 cals or something for hunting,
Yeah,
presumably?
that kind of a deal.
Does any of this stuff seem like it matches the information we had about the hunting party who sometimes goes up from the town? Because that's what I'm thinking now, is that these guys were on their way to their
Oh.
lodge, they got ambushed, and this is the remains. So
maybe. I mean,
Okay.
you didn't get a lot of detail about the dudes or anything, but it looks like that's what this truck did.
Okay.
The skins that are sort of laid out on top of the
Yeah,
the
it said they were trappers
thing,
and stuff.
it looked
so
like
it
they
seemed like that. Okay.
have been killing weird animals in the wilderness and skinning them to maybe bring back to town.
Can we comp that I've got a like a camera in my armor, as part of my powered armor?
Or he does.
So-
Somebody does, yeah.
Okay, so I want to take some pictures so that we can kind of at least confirm that back with the people at the camp if
Sure.
we go back through there, or at the town, just so they know.
Yeah, you can, for sure.
Are there any signs of any corrosion or anything on the vehicle? As if it got slimed?
No, it looks like it's in pretty good shape.
Other than the goo on the dashboard.
No, I mean, the door's ripped off, but other than that,
But it doesn't look like it's been sitting here for a while because there's no. I mean,
it doesn't look
it's
like
all shiny and chrome.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh looking. It's got some mud on it and stuff. Like it's been out and not detailed recently, but it's yeah, go for the big mouthful.
Oh no.
No, they're good.
He's just jealous of the fire breath.
We'll both be breathing fire in a minute.
So
Exclamation point! Hot nuts to make Stu eat more hot fucking nuts.
yes,
You can pay beer.
exchange your beers.
I'm gonna think that the fat in this is probably going to cut that back.
Although that's like 86% dark chocolate, so
Yes.
Yeah.
you'd want like a milk chocolate.
Yeah,
for
what
that.
little sugar in there? I don't. That's gonna.
Yeah,
too
there's
much.
4 grams of carbohydrates per square, which is not very much.
Should we take the skins so we could sell them in town for more Slim Jims?
Well,
They're
I'm
not
thinking-
using them anymore.
no, but they might have had families or other dependents that need to be supported. So I think maybe we can just bring back the information, or maybe we'll drive the truck back and at least try and get them back. But for the moment, there isn't anything we can do for these people, and the time is ticking on Vaughn.
Agree. I think we should continue trying to find Vaughn. If we can help these people out on the way back, that sounds good. But let's rescue Vaughn first. He's got to be the priority.
Give me 1 second.
Stu's ready.
Just hold on. Stay on target.
I'm ready for initiative.
Joker.
I have to be careful rubbing my eyes now.
Yeah.
You don't want
Yes,
that. You don't
you
want that in your
should.
eyeballs.
You should also be careful peeing.
Yes.
Ugh. Yeah, one time when I lived on the East Coast, do you guys know what Old Bay seasoning is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's delicious. I got it stuck under my contact. And
Oh, my
Worst
God!
thing that had ever happened to my eyeball. It was terrible.
Like horrendous
Yeah,
grit.
because we were eating like blue crab,
Burning grit.
Oh, yeah.
and it gets all over your hands. And I touched my face, and it got like underneath of my contact. It was real gross.
Oh my
Ouch.
god. That's
I had a dust particle underneath there, and I thought, oh my God, there's a rock in my eye.
Yeah.
I can imagine if it's actually going to burn.
It's weird how the things that are like internal like that, something in your eye, something in your mouth, you feel like, oh my God, it's huge, and you
Right.
get it out, and it's like this tiny little
tiny
speck.
little eyelash
Right.
or whatever.
Like sand in your shoe.
Yeah.
what's your toughness,
My toughness.
Not including his armor?
including the armor?
I
Because
have-
he's in it.
4 plus 6. So is that 10?
The armor's got to be more than that.
It says toughness is plus 6. The armor is 18. Mega. Schmega. The toughness is plus 6.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's an important amount.
So 10, if you add them. I'm assuming you add them. It's not replacing. Because it said, I wrote it down specifically as plus 6, because I think that's what the stats said in the book.
Right. Hold on. Let me make sure.
The way that I read it on the armor that I was looking at is that there's an armor stat, and then the armor itself may add toughness to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, my armor is 7 MDC, but it adds +3 to my toughness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's what your armor adds,
at
plus 6 to
18
your
plus
personal
6 to
toughness.
toughness.
Yeah. But you have the 18 MDC of
Yes.
armor. So, you are standing there, and you're kind of watching them at the truck, and you get nailed in the side of the head with, like, some kind of an energy blast. And you think, like, alarms start going off, obviously instantly inside.
Mm-hmm.
If the armor was a little less good, you would have had serious problems.
Okay.
It didn't manage to cause penetrative damage to you, but it was a severe sort of a blast. And it's the kind of blast of energy that, like, washed around the head of the armor unit. So it was some kind of plasma-y kind of a blast.
Bear, we hear your alarms. What's going on?
Company to the east, and I want to swivel because if I can because I'm anchored because I was
Right.
I want to turn enough to see if I can see what that is, and point at it with my gun.
You turn and you don't really see much. You see the grass.
Oh, I see.
Waving.
Dave's taking advantage of the fact that invisibility doesn't go off when you get shot.
Yeah, everything we need's going to be invisible.
He just learned.
Thanks again, Erica.
Damn it.
No. That's not the case in this case. You could roll a notice. Thank you, help a player.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I'm going to
Really
roll
wants
this
to
right.
notice this. Yeah.
There
There it is.
Okay. You can kind of get a general direction, but you can't get a target. You see there's some bits of the grass that look like they were singed. So there's a little trail of wispy smoke in that direction.
I'm going to start firing.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to randomly hit whatever it is.
It's just a range and range and
Absolutely. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
You can pass out cards
All right.
if you want. That's totally cool. And I'll need 2.
I'm going to immediately go into dragon form.
But you're going to hop out of the dune buggy and then go to dragon form.
Yeah, out of the dune buggy first. I don't want to destroy that thing. I need that.
Kimmy's just pressed up against the frame like, oh my god!
Yay!
I got a Joker.
Finally.
The time is now.
Joker hype.
That gives me double?
That's what you said,
gives
yeah.
me double. So, 8d12.
Now I feel
Plus 8.
a little bad about not giving you an obvious target. but by God, that area is going to get fucked.
I'll hit a small oil deposit or something.
Yeah.
Woe to the plant life.
Sorry about that wildfire.
It's humid enough. It'll be fine.
So, describe exactly how you change into your dragon. Like, you step out of the buggy,
Yeah.
and then what do?
She spins around.
Like Wonder
And there's
Woman.
sparkly glitter.
like, are you planning to rear up and roar, or are you gonna just try and change into a dragon and stay low, or
Well, we're kind of
are you
like.
gonna try and fly and see something, or?
Oh, well, we investigated the truck. I assume I went
know.
to go look at the truck.
He's not super far from you guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of drag it out like behind the truck because she's like a teenager and I don't want people to watch her change.
Totally fine.
It's embarrassing, guys. Come on.
Don't be a creep. Give them
Don't
some
look.
privacy.
Don't look. I'm gonna be a dragon.
Just getting in a picture in my head of where you want to be.
Oh,
when
yeah. Yeah.
Like if you wanted to like leap into the air and change into a dragon and fly high, or if you wanted to.
She's a little self-conscious for that yet.
It's cool. It's a work on it thing.
Yeah, she's working on it.
Yeah. Cool.
Are there, you said there are like trees over to the east?
Yeah, there's clumps of trees kind of all around you.
Okay.
Not like you're in a circle or anything, but there's little copses of trees.
Okay, I want to. Well, I guess we can go around with the cards or whatnot.
Well, I'm going to do one more thing first. So,
I think I was probably up on the monster truck since I was doing all the stuff up there.
yeah, you were in the back.
Yeah.
Because you were saying you were going through all their
Right.
stuff. Totally legit. But the front end of the truck gets hit with this super hot blast of energy. And, like, from where you are, you're not going to take any damage, but literally it seems like it melts the front end of the truck off.
Oh, fine.
Like, the whole
not driving
engine
that
block
back.
just kind of slags, and the front end of the truck falls because it broke the connection to the frame. Like, just... So then where you were standing, the truck goes... leaning forward now. But you're still in the back, and you're fine.
Now, I had in my head, so maybe I'm wrong. I had in my head that we had pulled up here, and the truck was facing us here, which would mean that the blast would have come from behind.
The
where
truck
we
was
were?
facing away.
Oh, it was facing away.
Like it was traveling the same direction.
Same
you
direction.
guys were.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Can I see where that blast came from? Does it turn around?
You kind of have a good idea up ahead along the road, like the side of the road, but that doesn't really make sense for where you got hit. So it would be a safe assumption there's probably more than one shooter.
I'm gonna. Okay. When I can go whenever, right? With a Joker.
Absolutely. Well, you get the chance to go first now, because
Okay.
we'll actually start the round of combat.
If I have a reasonable idea where that second blast came from, I'm gonna shoot at it.
You absolutely do have a reasonable idea.
And that is agility plus shooting, so a D10 and a D12. No, just a D12 plus a 6.
Yes.
It was a shitty roll, huh?
Yep.
Yes. Use them offensively.
A 9? Then 9?
That is a 9.
Yes.
Okay, it's a 9.
Nine?
I'll take a 9. That's a one.
So a
with
hit with a
raise.
raise, I'll say that you're in the right neighborhood for sure.
Okay.
Roll some damage.
Excellent.
So that one's to the north and east of the road.
Yeah, it's a
Where he's
lot.
shooting?
It looks like on the east side of the road, fairly close to the road though,
Okay.
where he's.
Would you rather I roll and just double it, or roll all 8 dice?
Your choice,
I'll roll all 8 dice.
because it makes you feel fun.
Yes.
Like yeah.
Yeah, under average. What's that? What's that a 5?
7,
12,
14,
14,
18.
18.
Come on, 12s.
Oh,
there's one.
booyah! 18, 28, 38, plus 12 is 50,
Yes.
Yes.
plus 10 is 60, plus 8, 68.
No,
He failed to exceed his armor.
Remember,
I
it's
would be a
it's AP
super douche if
Yeah.
I came up with a
something
bad guy that had
yeah,
that kind of armor rating.
armor 20, armor 60.
Nick would just be like, "What the?" Like,
Good night. I'm going home.
Yeah.
he's just gonna walk up and spit on the guy's shoe and walk away.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best I can do, guys. Sorry. So
Does he have a little brother?
you don't see anything, but you do. All of you actually hear like just some kind of blood curdling scream from where you hit.
Good.
Cool.
Did
That
we
means I
hear
didn't
it?
kill him, though.
Maybe you did.
Could be a
Was
dead
it?
scream.
Did we actually hear it, or was it like a psychic thing that we heard?
You actually heard it.
Okay.
That's a loud scream.
Well, it's pretty quiet when there's not a lot of civilization around. So, sound can travel down a road pretty well.
Fair.
enough. Oh, and you had +2 and +2 because the Joker.
Oh,
Now that I'm
okay,
thinking
all
about
right,
it, so
okay.
yeah, you actually got an 11, not a 9, and
Right.
62, not.
Same result. And you should
Yeah.
have rolled an extra d6 of damage because you got hit with a raise.
So it's 68, 69, 70, 72.
72.
70? No, 60. Was it 60
I thought it
total?
was 60
I thought it was
60 total. Okay, so
plus
64.
64.
Plus 2.
64.
64.
The same scream, maybe a little bit more pain in there. You weren't quite sure.
4% more pain.
Yeah.
Oh, and I stubbed my toe!
Damn it. Yeah. So that was the Joker. King.
No, I'm Ace.
Oh, Ace should have gone.
I'm sorry,
next, yeah.
8. I'm sorry, Queen of Spades. I don't know. I said Ace.
Oh, gotcha.
Queen.
Probably because I was thinking, yeah.
There you go. So now Queen. Spades goes first.
All right. Since it looks like Lambert has taken care of, or at least he's engaged with the thing that shot the truck,
Yep.
I'm going to ditch out and head east towards the direction where he got shot from.
Okay. You want to try and make your way through the tall grass, or do you want to try and follow the pushed down path that heads east?
I'm definitely going into the tall grass because I don't want to get hit by whatever that plasma thing was if it slagged the truck.
That's
Sure.
fair.
And made all the alarms on Lambert's thing go off. So I think what I'm probably going to do is run and stealth. And I don't know if that would be a -2 on the stealth check?
I would say yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Because your first action is going to be to run,
Right.
and then
And then I just want to kind of go to ground as soon as I can find the opportunity. So,
How do you whisper in Twitch?
yeah. But for running,
on the
doesn't.
name
Oh.
of your list. Or,
But even so,
It's so good.
click on their name, and it should give you a little.
should bring up a box, and then there's the speech bubble, I think, is the whisper icon.
Oh, not to ignore someone. Oh,
Total,
there-
total pace of 20.
Okay.
And then for the stealth. Oh, right. I'm not as good as I thought I was. Well, that's a 3, so probably not too stealthy, but that makes sense.
Okay. So you hop off the back of this truck, and you just start running into the tall grass in that direction.
Right.
And you think you're trying to be kind of quiet, but it's like you're running through grass, so it's whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
Right.
real rustly and
Right.
And that's-
No, I'm sure that there's everything's waving
yeah,
over my head.
there's
and
a
all that sort of
significant amount of brush sway
stuff. Fair enough.
going on. Not like the raptors in Jurassic Park, but like just the path where you're moving.
Right.
Anyway, cool. So then Queen of Hearts, unless there's another queen. Okay. The Queen of Hearts.
She made some tarts. All on a summer's day.
Sam,
see,
you
I
can
was
actually.
going with whatchamacallit. Playing with the Queen of Hearts. What was that? What was the name of that band?
Oh.
Really smart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know this one.
I know what you're... Yeah.
You know, it's that great tune.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Welcome to KSND. That's right, K-Sound. Where we have all the sounds of all your favorite music.
Just slightly worse. Or extremely worse, as the case may be.
Juice Newton.
I would have picked that next.
No, no one's old enough to remember Juice Newton.
Nope, not the name.
I don't know if it's an
I know
age
its song.
thing
I
as
remember
much
the
as it's
song,
a-
but
It
not.
sounds
I don't know
familiar,
who
but
it
I
is.
Very
don't remember.
popular in the 80s and the early days of MTV.
I don't.
I'm gonna Google it later. I'm gonna write it down.
Juice Newton, Queen of Hearts. There's a YouTube video live.
If I heard the song, I'd probably remember it better than.
I just sang It's a very simple melody.
Oh yeah, okay. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I got it. I know exactly the song you're talking about now. Yes,
That's Juice Newton.
fair enough. I wouldn't have known that.
You're a big fan.
No, to be perfectly honest, through most of the '80s, the music I listened to was soundtracks. That's one of the things I listened to a lot.
So if you'd done Chariots of Fire, he'd have been on it.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
You can roll a notice check.
I will roll a notice check. Let's see. This one. And let's try this one. Okay. Let's notice some things.
Yeah, that's an ace. Nice.
And a 5.
Holy
11.
You're pretty noticey.
Yeah, noticing the shit out of stuff.
So, after the truck sort of melts to the next to you, he jumps out and just takes off.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear a noise that doesn't sound unlike the air conditioner kicking on, sort of behind you.
Ruh-roh.
And you kind of whip your head around to look, and you see that there's a shadow right next to your tail on the ground.
Okay. What size and shape of shadow?
Like a rectangle-ish looking thing.
Okay. Rectangle of shadow. Next to my tail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tail slap it.
All right. You can absolutely do that. You give it a whack. Like, it's just on the ground. It's a shadow. So you hit it, and your tail hits the ground.
Oh. I look up.
I attack the darkness.
And then coming down out of the sun
Uh-huh.
is this thing that looks like it's got weird manipulator pods on the bottom of it, and it's hovering down towards you. At which point,
I thought you meant a shadow like a shadowy thing, not like an actual shadow.
It was an actual
He
shadow.
probably doesn't know the difference.
you were just like,
She's always slapped her tail at things.
It's the
I thought there was a thing. Yeah, it was a tree. It's just
never take her out at noon. She gets confused.
She gets jumping up and down. I'll get you.
it's the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Like
Very
the
much
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Right?
in that
Yeah.
vein.
The little
Oh.
like hovercraft, electro hovercraft thing.
I actually don't know the answer to this one.
Okay.
So, can I hand that to you for a second, Stu?
Sure.
Can you look up the dragon hatchling character? Nice.
One big
And what's
damn
your
gun,
toughness?
that's me.
28.
Okay.
They're in alphabetical order, I guess? Or no?
Yes, I think so.
No, they're not.
They're not?
Didn't look like it.
Oh, it might be under like magic, creature magic, users
okay.
of magic versus
I'll find
men
it.
of combat or whatever. Anyway, this similar looking blast of energy comes down and hits you on the back. It doesn't pass your toughness, but it's again. It actually probably does even less damage than I thought, since it's sort of heat based.
Oh, okay.
But it hits you and kind of itches a little.
Okay. Well, that's
Tail
annoying.
lash? Is that what you're looking for?
No, I need something else from that.
Okay.
Plasma bolt.
Well, I guess it's not. So,
Sorry. I thought it was completely empty. I was slightly wrong.
cool. It's cool. It was a little warm. Now I'm nice and refreshed.
What do you mean, officer? I've been drinking.
Yeah, I'll get pulled over today. And they'll be like, what's on your shirt? And I'll be like,
Beer.
my friend's beer. I didn't have any. I had a Coke. Swear. So, looming over the front of this flying thing coming at you, there is a super gross looking, horrible thing that is going to cause a fear check because you have made eye contact with it.
Oh.
Which we will
Ruh-roh.
negotiate with in a second, but first I want
Okay.
to show you a picture of this horror.
I would switch to watching the cameras.
I'm excited to see what this horrible thing looks like. Ugh. Do
Oh,
not
shit.
want.
Does it have are the cat girls on there too?
No.
Just the
Not
thing.
that you can see.
I'm
thing with
facing
the
the other way anyway.
Stuff coming off of
Yeah,
this?
Rex
not that
hasn't
she
seen
can
it,
see.
and I'm a method
Unseen.
player.
Cannot unsee.
Very good, very good. So it leans over and like it looks like it had just shot at you with something attached to its arm.
Okay. Ugh.
But it's slobbery and gross, and it's got like. Have you seen John Carpenter's The Thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so like the weird tentacles,
Ugh.
like that make that like
Yeah,
that kind of
The
weird
like bumpy,
movement.
gross,
Yeah.
slimy ones.
Yeah. So those are kind of whipping around behind it and that kind
I
of
don't
a deal.
like it.
Nope.
That's pretty horrifying.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
It's a whole bag of nope up there. Gonna set
So-
it on fire.
You
Does Tiffany call anything out or make any noise in the comms?
You probably hear me go, ugh, gross. What is that?
so roll a d20.
Okay. Oh, I gotta get one.
I got
Wait.
one here, if you want one.
Yeah, I'll use yours.
You're not using your fancy rose gold.
Oh, no, I need the rose gold one. Thank you. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. I got this shiny one. Don't betray me, you bastard.
19.
Yes.
That is not a betrayal.
Well, we
Well-
don't know what chart he's rolling on.
Assuming I wanted a high number. But maybe not.
All right. Hold the phone. This could be bad.
Uh-oh. 19 was not good.
19 is not the worst thing that could happen, but I was
Okay.
worried for a minute because it could put you in the range of the worst thing
Oh, no.
possible. Because on the fear chart that you rolled on, there is heart attack
on the fear chart. I
As-
forgot. Crap.
Oh.
as an
Yeah,
option.
you wanted low.
And if you get a plus, like if this creature had a bonus to the fear it causes,
Okay.
it would have bumped you into heart attack territory, and that's what I was afraid of. Because that would be as funny as that would be. To
But
have
as a dragon, that probably wouldn't kill me.
No, I mean, there's a whole process that goes on.
Okay.
But it's still like, like,
Yeah.
which is pretty bad. However, and I'll leave this up to you.
Okay.
It's so gross and nasty and horrifying that something physical about you changes. Like in a person, it would be like you get a streak of white hair, you're scared so much.
Oh.
That kind of a deal.
Okay.
And you'll get a -1 charisma from it.
I already got some of those. I'm already at -2. What's -3 gonna do to me?
But whatever, you can think about it a little while.
Okay.
Something physical about you will change.
Okay.
And it'd be cool if something that translates into both
Yeah.
forms kind of a deal, but entirely
I'll
your
have to
choice.
figure it out. Okay.
Yeah. That was the Queen of Hearts. Jax, 10.
9.
Oh, that's you.
That's me. Okay. I'm gonna set him on fire because that guy's super gross.
He's not in range of your cone of fire yet, but
But I can do the
you can,
spitfire.
yes, absolutely, you can try that.
Okay. I will do that, which is shooting, which is now a D10. Okay. And I need what at least? 4?
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you trying to hit the dude specifically,
Did I
or
hit
the floaty
It's a
thing?
1. Yeah,
I think it's 2.
that was 2 ones.
Oh,
Does that mean something terrible happens?
yes.
Okay. Well, apparently I was real scared.
That's how Cal died.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no!
I'm not
I
using
think
that dice
I think maybe
anymore.
you're trying to spit the fire at it, but you're just like you took a quick breath of panic,
Yeah.
and you just let out just the blazing flame of fire, like the
Oh,
cone,
okay.
and
That's
you
part
just
of the fear
light
effect.
all of
Burp
that truck on fire.
I'm so glad I read
All of
that
that
now.
shit in the truck is just burning now. Like there's no taking it back for family members that might need the money. No, it is all magically on fire
Oops.
now.
Okay, well I'm gonna move away from the fire. Well,
the
I guess
fire
I don't
won't
really
hurt you
have
in
to.
any way. Yeah.
But I also want to get away from that dude because I don't like his face and he tried to shoot me.
If you, tactically staying there in the fire is actually kind of a good thing because the smoke is probably provides some sort of obscurement for future range attacks, and the
Maybe.
fire doesn't hurt you.
It's probably true.
But I totally get you going, ah,
Yeah.
ugly dude.
I'm gonna at least move from my current position because he knows where I am.
Sure. So which way are you gonna head? And are you gonna fly, or are you gonna walk along the ground?
No, I'm gonna walk on the ground.
Okay.
Actually, since the fire doesn't hurt me at all, I would probably just go hide in the flamiest part.
Okay. You can't get in it in your dragon form,
Well, yeah.
but you can huddle up next to the burning truck for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to use it for cover because that guy's gross and I don't like his face.
You can totally do that.
Don't like his face.
Let's see. That was 9, so 7.
And we reshuffle after this.
Everything gets
I
Oh
reshuffled,
right,
yeah.
there's a
Okay.
Joker.
What's that? Is there something I need to sign?
On the back page.
Hold on, wait. That's cool. Right here.
So I'll describe what happened because they missed badly.
Oh.
There was another blast of energy that flew towards you, Stu, but it from the original direction.
Okay, all right.
Now
But
that I'm heading that direction, can I see where it came from?
You've got a good idea. This blob of fiery energy kind of flies along
Okay.
and misses him, burns some more grass behind him.
Did it come from ground level and go up, or was another floaty fly thingy?
No, it's on the ground.
Okay.
And then
Sorry, give me 1 second.
no.
Well,
There you go.
Thank
do
you.
I want to try and go melee with it?
Good question.
Let me do some math. 7, 14 plus 5.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
14. Of course, that's going to be.
Cut. Dragon Girl gets a 9 of hearts, 4 of diamonds, sorry.
Ooh, alright.
8 of spades, 3 of clubs, 8 of clubs, 9 barks.
Thanks, Stu.
So how's the chat room doing tonight?
That's 12.
Yeah, that's
Let's
a
see if they got
question.
anything going on here. Well, they're Tiffany made eye contact with the flying Shoggoth thingy, and it scared her bad.
Yes, that it did.
This is true.
Let's see. Is there
Do
any-
not look the Shoggoth in the eye.
Any eye, you
I
just
got
pick
another
one.
Yeah.
nine.
The eye
And
in
you're
the
up
mouth.
first.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
No way.
Sam gets a help a player from Vampire 54.
Yay.
Renner Dragon are immune to both fire, magic, and normal. It's a help a player. Oh, here.
Thank you.
Officially presented.
Yay! We need to follow both pomp and circumstance, guys. Okay, so I go first?
9 bucks.
Yes.
Okay, let's try this again. Using a different dice. Screw that one. Rose gold. Let's try you, buddy. And this one.
2
5s.
fives.
Better.
Okay. That's a hit.
Acceptable.
Not a raise, but a hit.
That's okay. I'll
So you
take
can
it.
roll your Spitfire damage.
Spitfire damage which is 4d6. Oh, let's go all rose gold for this one. Yeah, shiny.
Where she puts all those RAF officers, nobody knows.
5?
She's gotten so good at spitting fire that it actually looks like a Spitfire. Like, she even gets the blade effect. It's awesome.
8, 6 plus 8 plus 5. Wait, no. Work brain.
13.
13, thank you.
Is there a plus on there for just the straight
It's
up damage?
mega damage.
Mega damage!
13, you said?
Rose
Yeah.
gold dice from easyrollerdice.com.
Yep. Very shiny.
Aha.
With the silver numbers. Looks real pretty.
And the cool skull container.
Yeah. I love it.
You spit the fire. I'm sorry. One more time. Were you planning to spit at the slobbering horrible monster
Yeah.
or the barge
Oh,
thing?
probably him.
Okay.
At his face. I don't like it.
No problem. So you spit at him, and you're right on target. It gets about a foot from this guy's face, and the fire just hits a thing, and it looks like Star Trek shields, like, and it kind of drips off.
Oh, okay. So, over the intercom, I'll tell the other guys. Horrible slobber monster with a shield on it, directly above my head. Maybe kill it. Thanks, guys.
No problem. So that was 9.
I have an ocho.
Which one?
8 of clubs.
My 8 of spades goes first.
Ah,
Oh,
it does.
no.
Reverse alphabetical.
Is it
Curse
flying
you.
under its own power, or is there a thing?
There's a thing, like a hovery platform dude.
Shoot the thing.
Oh, good call.
Throw a pebble at it.
It's not stressful at all, chat, when your GM has to look up new rules and
Nope.
new,
Well,
new damage.
Honestly, do try to get things right the first time, usually.
No, it's just it's a little puckery. That's all.
Okay.
Well, I think
Now-
I'm in the danger zone.
Now I feel
so-
like I'm the odd man out. I'm gonna have to go get a set of rose gold dice from EasyRoller.com.
Oh, you got the rose gold too? I
Yeah.
didn't see them.
Yeah.
What color net letters did you
The
get? Black?
black, yeah.
Nice.
You know, my daughter's hair is is almost this color where it's fading from when it was pink.
Mm-hmm.
Like her hair is almost rose gold.
That was a big hair trend a little while ago.
Was it really?
I've seen a lot of the mauve
Mm-hmm.
hair thing going on now.
Yeah.
Anyway, you must make a smarts check.
Oh, good.
Smart.
D6. Okay. Let's try these guys again.
Dial it in on your shoe phone.
Ooh. Six.
They're not disappointing.
Six. 1. 13.
All right. For a second, it looked like the horrible tentacles reached like lightning fast down at you, but you're like they weren't that long. Like it weird, almost like that effect where like a person like is trying to run down the hallway away from the slasher, and the hallway gets longer.
Yeah.
Like that cinema effect. It was kind of like that, but it looked like the tentacles were coming right at you. So for a second you were freaked out, but then you're like, wait, that can't be possibly true. So I'm fine.
It's a zoom in, pan out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Tentacle
you're
fake out.
unaffected by
Got it.
his psychic attack.
Yeah, in your face. Gross, dude.
So then it's your 8.
And there's no targets in front of me that I haven't seen anything in my
You know where the last shot came from because you're looking the right direction.
Oh, I will shoot at that.
I mean, with the reasonable assumption of around
Right.
the right spot.
But it is an area. It's a
Right.
small area, but
Right.
it's an area. So that's a 10 plus a 12. No, a 6 plus 12. Well, these are heavy. I've never rolled them before.
Knight of the
Was that, is that a terrible
That's a
number?
9.
Oh, it's a 9. Nine's good. 9 works.
Sure. A hit with a raise. So roll an extra d6 of damage.
I'll use that 12. And this. 19, 27, 37, 42.
Plus.
Plus 4.
10% more. Ouch.
46.
Again, you get a sort of a cut-off scream, gurgle noise
Okay.
in the distance.
So that was the one to the east?
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like. So that was the 8's done. 7, 6, 5, 4. Go ahead.
4 diamonds. I will, I guess, I'm going to hide
Okay.
and
I wouldn't want to step on that.
take a shot at the floating platform thing.
Okay.
So I don't know if that would be.
So you're gonna like stop running, whip around, aim back up in the sky,
Yeah, I guess I'm not really hiding. I'm just gonna.
take a knee kind of thing.
Yeah, just drop, fire, and then see what happens, and that'll determine if I move. If I keep moving.
Sure. What are you shooting with?
I'm gonna shoot just
What?
with my las rifle at first,
Okay.
because I want to try and save the alien railgun rounds for when we meet the aliens.
Give them a taste of their own medicine.
I'm hoping that they make weapons that hurt them.
Almost every
Species
I mean,
does.
species
Like
does.
that's the point of weapons, is that they hurt you.
I speak like we've encountered lots of other races that make weaponry
Well, you know.
in real life. Like, oh yeah, you know those Martians.
Well, it's the war planet, of course.
We come in peace. That's a 4 anyway, so that's a hit.
Sure. And it's big, so you got a bonus anyway.
Oh, yay, woo!
I didn't forget!
Can I borrow a D6?
Sam didn't get a
I
bonus
bring
'cause
all
she's
my-
also
my
big.
You can
dice.
use one of my rose gold ones if you want.
Sure. Thank you.
Lucky rose
Wow.
weighty.
Mm-hmm.
Those are pretty nice.
Didn't serve you well, though. That one did.
All right, 12, 15, and 5 is 21.
Thank you.
Is it regular damage or
21,
mega damage?
21 MDC with
Oh.
4 AP.
Very nice. Let's see.
Oh, if you kill the platform, though, he's going to be on the ground with me.
No, maybe it'll die
Oh,
when it falls.
maybe it'll explode.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll short out the shield at least.
Mm-hmm. I can set his face on fire.
So you do hit the barge thing, and it looks like there's a flare where you hit it from the shields. And it looks like that effect where like a shield made out of hexagons starts disintegrating. That happens.
Okay,
So
so-
like you hit it, and it looks like it. Yeah.
Okay. I think I took out the shields.
And the barge itself, you know you hit something, but it doesn't seem to have an obvious effect that you know of yet.
Okay.
Good job, Rex.
Very cool. So that was 4.
I'm a good boy.
3 is me.
Slim Jims for everyone.
So as the barge has been getting lower to the ground, there is like you see where the big dude is, and then you see the shape of a woman stand up next to him, and she sort of does this leap vault thing down to the ground near you,
Okay.
and will aim a device at you.
While you roll that, within my pace of 10, is there someplace I can take cover as well? Not hide, just take cover?
You're, I mean, there's
Just
nothing
kind
that's
of
gonna
in cover
provide-
because
you're
of
kinda-
the-
You're going to kind of
Okay,
have
'cause
some
the grass.
concealment from the grass.
Okay.
but there's no like thing that you can see that would provide like cover, like
Okay.
a
Cool.
barrier.
So
Nearby.
is she like in the fire with me?
She like lands on the ground. Like it's not like it's a giant blaze that's growing because like it's a metal truck, so it's not going to
Sure.
continue to be like a wildfire.
Okay.
But she's near the fire.
Superhero landing?
No, she just sticks it. Like she doesn't
Oh.
even do that. Like she just hits the ground.
Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah, yeah. Clearly, there's like you see Stu over in the distance, and he's like got a Sharpie and a whiteboard, and he's holding a number.
9.6.
But she points a device at you, and you must now make a vigor check.
Okay. Bigger. 8. This guy. Let's try this one.
Your dog has learned how to sharpen knives.
Oh, she's probably chewing on my board.
4?
4? That's a good idea.
Okay. Let's try
I will
this
tell you
again.
4 was not successful.
That aced.
6 plus 9?
A 9 will be successful.
Okay.
So it seems almost like a wireless taser kind of device.
Okay.
Like she points it at you, and you feel a shock, like a headache sort of feeling starting.
Okay.
But you kind of shake it off. And that's the end of the round. So new cards.
Ooh, I can do this. We didn't have to shuffle, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So give one. Did Stu get one first, or you get one first?
You get one first.
I get one first. Oh, 5. I didn't want that one.
I don't know. You could have a straight there.
Oh, goody.
What? Was it an ace?
It was a 2.
Oh, 2.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
Wait. I need one more. So that.
Oh, this is
that
yours.
one. Oh, how
How's this
wonderful.
4?
A 2 and a 4. I'm so lucky.
And Stu gets a queen.
Ah.
Okay, so we'll have to wait for him to come back.
So again,
But
the hilarity of the fact that whoever goes away from the table for a second gets the first card.
yeah.
Note to self, I'm going to stand up before every combat round.
Oh.
While
Good
she's
idea.
kind of tasering me, does it look like she's like sort of? Does she seem unfussed by the fire, or is she kind of avoiding it?
She doesn't seem overly concerned about it.
Okay, duly noted.
But nor is she like standing in fire,
Okay,
if that makes sense.
yeah.
Sorry.
You go first.
Yeah.
Oh, you already rolled. Okay.
If you go away from the keyboard, you go first.
That's how it works.
I actually like going lower in order.
So I have no target now in the direction I'm
Sometimes,
facing.
yeah.
So I can see what the tactical situation
If you
is.
turn back,
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm
could.
saying, but in my field, okay.
no, you don't see anything that.
I'm going to turn around and. What am I looking at?
Maybe 20 feet above the ground now, there's this big ass hover barge looking thing.
20 feet is outside of the blast radius, right?
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
It
Displeased.
before you do anything,
Uh-huh.
make a fear roll.
Okay.
You have made eye contact. I forgot. You got to do one too.
Well, I shot the barge.
Yeah, but you saw him when you took aim.
You looked at the thing. It's
What
horrible.
do I... How
I
do
got
I
a
make a fear roll?
20.
I just roll a 20? There's no modifiers to
Yeah,
it?
I thought there was a... Isn't there a spirit check to see if you're affected? Like a guts check type thing?
Not anymore.
No, yeah, guts is gone, right?
Guts is, but it just defaults to spirit in any system that doesn't use guts. That's
Just
what
20?
I had read. But
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Dang it.
Let's find out. Good thing I didn't have that heart
hey,
attack.
chat.
They're not paying
It
attention.
is a spirit roll first.
Oh, spirit
Aha.
roll.
So
So
roll.
do your spirit roll.
Yeah, retcon a spirit roll, Sam, so we
Okay.
can see if you actually do have to take a weird thingamajigger.
Oh, yeah, okay. Spirit is a D8 for me. I'm not using that one. Fuck that one. Okay. Oh, do you want to go? It's your
No, go
turn.
ahead.
so
No. You do your
Okay.
right contact.
I got a 7.
Oh, yeah, my headphone is rubbing. Sorry.
Does the 7 require me to...
You will not.
I
He's
will
on
not.
death or
Okay.
As long as you make a success.
Okay, so I don't get a weird thing.
All right,
Yeah.
so then
It's kind
mine.
of a shame. I was looking forward to seeing what you came up with.
Yeah,
A
that would have
retcon.
been interesting.
Well, you still have other people who can fail.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like that. Like that's a failure. You know, I'm going to take it.
All right, then the D20.
4.
Oh,
That's
not bad.
on the good low end of the scale. Shaken. Trying to remember the chart.
Your adrenaline response takes over. You add +2 to all trait and damage rolls your next action.
Ooh.
Oh, there's good things on the
Nice.
chart.
Well,
That-
I think there's one.
Yeah, there's one.
That's
So
the
got it.
one.
So Spirit.
Spirit.
Verifying a D8 now.
Marriage.
What'd I get?
A 5 and a 2.
A 5.
That's
That
enough.
was a success.
Cool.
Now I can kill him?
You are not afraid of the weird
No, you can make
tentacle-y thing. Please don't miss.
Well, there's no guarantees in life.
I don't want to explode.
Just ask Hal.
You're kind of behind the truck.
Wow. Don't worry, if he accidentally shoots you, Arabella can jump
That
up
10?
and deflect it
That is
this
a
time.
I got a 10.
That's a hit
10. Yeah.
with a raise.
Sorry, Kimmy, you weren't here.
weren't
Your character
here.
died.
You went out in a blaze of glory, though.
Yeah.
Ocho. 17. 25. 29. 31. 35.
All right. And what's the radius on your?
It's a small. I think the shooting is a small template.
Okay.
My
Deafening is
blast
medium.
is a medium template.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
A small template, if I recall, is 9 squares or 7 hexes.
Yeah.
Ish.
So, I'm sorry. Your number again? All in.
35. I would say.
35.
Yeah,
Okay.
35.
So you hit the barge and do a significant chunk of damage to it. You obviously there's things starting to go wrong with it, and it seems like it's losing altitude quickly now, and it's sending off weird colored smoke.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, There's 2 helpful players. Sorry. Sergito to Sam, because you're going to need it.
Thank you,
Clan
sir.
Hannah to Nick for taking it like a man.
Hey!
A dog
Clan
man.
Hannah.
Then, man, and your armor piercing is 25, right?
I gotta find it. AP 25.
Okay.
MBT mega damage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually 46 plus 6. That's 2 more points.
Oh,
So
well,
37. 37, I'm not. Oh,
So it was 66 and 37 and
102.
yeah.
Oh, all right. In breathing distance. Oh! 2 bennies.
3.
3 bennies.
Ooh. Drain that pool.
okay.
Screw your wild cards.
So you hit the barge. The damage applied to the dude as well, because I figured you got a raise to hit. You
Right.
hit the barge in a spot that would have gotten the guy as well. So he took some damage, but he seems to kind of have shrugged it off enough.
Okay. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's there.
And it's like is it like careening away
Yeah.
or?
It's very much like that one little floating skiff in Return of the Jedi, like after it takes damage and it's all like dangly
Right.
there, like it's not in a good way.
Okay.
And it's losing altitude. Like.
Okay.
All right, that was Queen.
Yeah.
I got 5.
5?
8's up next.
All right, so Indiana has seen that thing, and he doesn't even realize he's doing it, but he's got this subsonic going on in the back, in the comms. And I'm going to drop the las rifle, draw the alien railgun, and shoot at the thing.
Yes.
So I think I made a -2 for drawing a weapon and firing, if I'm correct on that.
Yep. And I think you don't.
Because he is, even though I didn't take anything, he's freaked.
Sure.
And he's just going, I want the biggest thing that I have
Kill
to
the
take
thing.
that thing out. And I will certainly re-roll that 1 and 2. Six is good enough for a hit, and that's an 8 because I'm at +2 for the adrenaline surge, right?
Woohoo!
Trait and damage rolls only.
I thought that skills are a trait.
No, I think it's only the
Okay, just base.
agility and
Like,
strength.
attribute.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I thought skills were all traits, but things like running wasn't, and damage wasn't a trait.
It's
But-
fine.
okay,
You
don't
totally
worry
hit
about
the
it.
guy with a raise.
Don't worry, I'll
It's
hit
fine.
him.
Yeah.
Can I borrow 2d6?
You know what?
Thank you.
For using up the ammo on that one. Because you
only
role-playing
got
the
one
freaked
shot
out.
For breaching it.
No, he has more than one shot.
No,
but-
I have 8 shots, but I've been
limited.
saving it.
Oh, okay.
But for character reasons, he's given me. That was not a fantastic
that's
roll.
a shit roll.
That was a totally garbage roll.
You can't have
Uh,
any damage.
I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give that right back to you.
Yeah, do it.
That was so bad.
You want to change out dice?
Nah,
Okay.
They
I
learned
will.
their
I will
lesson.
dance with who brung me, and that pays off
yeah,
pretty
there
well.
you go.
That's 12. 17, 19, 21, 24. Plus 5 is 29. Plus 2. Am I still at +2 for the
Yep.
for that? So 31. Mega damage, 15 AP. And I'm marking a round off.
So, you hit it, the thing starts coming down, and you hear another boom, blast. And then you see a not dissimilar kind of effect of a round hit the dude and just... Send me back to that.
Another Benny.
Yeah, he's not making it out of that. Never mind. So,
Good Benny's after bad.
yeah, it's just, that's a long hill to climb. So, you managed to get him, and he, as the thing's listing and coming down to the ground, you hit him, he sort of impacts against the floor of it, and slowly ooze slides off and hits the ground pretty hard. At the very least unconscious, but you look like you hit him pretty dead on.
Okay.
So that was
That was on 8 of Hearts.
8. What'd you have, Sam?
5.
You're next.
Okay.
And there's this lady that she's got this visor on and what looks like a one-piece sort of a swimsuit deal
hot.
with like things on each wrist, and she's holding this other device in
How
her hand.
close is she to me?
Like 10 feet.
And is she human-sized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Riffs, you gotta ask.
Yeah.
She is for now.
Oh!
You try to attack her, and she's like,
Very small. I hit her. I'm gonna hit her with my tail.
yes.
Let's give that a try. Because that
You
worked so
showed
well
that
on the
shadow who was
shadow.
boss.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, so I did a D10 and a D6. Okay. Come
I
on,
like big
tail
buffets
swipe.
and I can't deny. And I cannot lie. Those
Ooh.
dragons cannot lie. Double.
I got
Nice.
a 10
Double
and a
explode.
6. Do I
Yeah,
reroll
roll
them
them
both? Okay. Let's reroll this one first. Okay, so that's 18. 9. So 18.
An 18 is totally a hit with a raise.
I would expect so. Okay, and my tail lash is strength plus D8. Okay. Now, my strength says 12 plus 4. So I roll a
Nice.
D12 and add 4, right? Okay.
And then add 8. Or,
No, a D8.
And then a D8.
yes.
Okay.
So D8 and a D12, add 4.
D8. D12. This guy. Plus 4. What's that?
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay. 8 plus 6, 14 plus 4 is 18.
And does that count as mega damage because you're a dragon?
It is mega
or-
damage, yes.
Okay. And is
Eight-
there any AP associated with that?
It doesn't
Or is it
say
just
so.
straight up bludgeoning? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
I don't know. Maybe she's got tail spikes.
Claws says AP 4, but tail no.
Okay.
So you whip your tail out, and you hit her sort of right across the midriff, like just whack. And it lifts her up off the ground, and she sort of flies back a few feet.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Make sure I get that right.
How many wild cards do you bring to this?
All of them.
It's not like they've been super successful, guys.
Hey,
I don't think you've used Bad Guy Benny's until now, have you?
I did.
Maybe with the big dragon?
I think he
No.
did in the Coliseum fight once or twice,
Yeah.
but not
'Cause you
but,
start
but not
with-
on the level that he had.
You
Yeah.
get one for every player plus one for every wild card, right?
I think he gets 2 for every wild card.
Okay.
That's how I did in my home game anyway. So.
Okay. So she, you hit her, she flies back. Looks like she's gonna lose her balance for a second, but then just, lands with both feet and skids back another foot and stops and continues to look at you.
Jen
Sternly.
Human says that Tiff should have rolled an additional d6 for damage because of the raise.
You're right.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
That may totally affect what just happened.
Okay. 4. So 22. Samesies or no?
He's going for another penny.
Yay!
Yeah, nope.
Nope.
So you hit her, she flies back, she doesn't maintain her footing,
Aha.
but she does kind of do a tuck roll thing, and she comes up in a crouch.
Okay.
But she looks like you definitely sort of knocked the wind out of her,
Okay.
i.e. shaken, and maybe cracked a rib.
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to shock me, you jerk.
So some new cards.
New cards.
Does Indiana recognize
8
what
of
this
diamonds.
woman is? I think.
Is that a Joker or a Jack? That's Jack.
That is Jack.
You get 2 still?
No.
Just 1? 5 of hearts.
What?
Jack?
Jack's high. To answer your question about recognizing what they are,
I know they're not. If it's what I think it is, I know they're not super common. But I thought maybe in his travels he might have heard.
you've never
tales.
made it out this far. You can roll a smarts check.
All right.
Because you don't have an investigation.
I do have investigation.
You can roll investigation to see if you've kind of read through a report about these things.
Smarts would be better, but investigation will work. No.
Okay. So you're not really sure.
Okay. So I will.
But you are just coming down off that adrenaline high and
Right.
having killed a terrifying monster.
Right, but obviously I just saw it take a full tail lash from Tiffany, so I'm not.
That's not the big slobbery monster man, though. That's the lady.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I see that they're engaged, and it just basically got right back up after she went whack with that.
That's true.
That's not something that I'm sure that I could do. So I'm going to fire the boom gun again.
Yes. Do it.
Yeah, I know. By the way, is there any area of effect around where I am, like the way his goes
No,
off?
it's not
Okay.
nearly as loud.
Okay.
It
Oh.
sounds kind of like an extra loud shotgun. So it probably does sting your ears a little bit, but not.
5 is good enough for a hit,
Okay.
and
Just like it doesn't give a blast radius on the other end either.
okay. Those
Boom, boom.
ways, nice. It's 12.
Boom.
That's 18. That's 21, 23, and another 6 is 29, and 5 is
We're rolling
30
damage, real damage.
34. 34 with 15 AP.
That's true. The
This
most
is,
challenging
this is
fights,
just better than average.
but all the challenging fights you guys have had as a group really come down to the fact that you guys
Bad
have just
damage
rolled
rolls.
shitty.
Oh yeah.
It's not that I came up with invincible bad guys that you're
We
I
just
can't deal
roll
with
really
this level
crappy.
of madness.
I'd roll
It's just-
4 d12s and never roll higher than a 5.
Right.
Cool. So you managed to just pull the trigger
Center
in
mass.
your eye. You time dilation effect, and the weird bolt flies out. It sort of has a spin on it.
Do I go into Sam Raimi bullet cam?
Oh yeah, it's just following along. It flies up and it sort of hits her in the shoulder because like she kind of landed in a crouch. You just hit her straight up in the shoulder and it just evaporates that big section of her.
Okay.
And then she sort of slumps.
Kinetic energy, I assume, throws the body back
just
against the tree.
Splat. But yeah, she is eliminated, ending the combat
Sweet.
that you know of.
Well, that was on a jack.
I know.
So,
Yeah, combat's
Grossy McSlimeface is like a puddle on the road now, right?
He's kind of ooze splatty, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and set the ooze on fire.
All right, you're just gonna stand there.
Yeah, did not
Cool.
like him.
It smells really bad when you start heating it up. Like, it smelled bad to start with. Now that you're kind of close to it, you're like,
Does it smell like the slime from the truck?
it does.
Okay.
And as you're burning it, the barge makes its final descent and kind of crashes into the ground. And you see it's got like there's some pods, like glass jar looking things on it that have big eyeballs looking around.
Tiffany, I'm going to take these off. I want you to burn them too.
You got it. I'm into burning stuff right now. Let's do it.
Like there's some seats on it, and there's what looks like a chunk of like twisted metal that has a couple of human corpses in it.
Okay, like recent corpses, like they just became corpses, or
Yeah, maybe.
okay. I want to take a quick pass over it with engineering
Sure.
and see if there's anything that's immediately salvageable. I figure I don't want to take too much time because again we're on a time crunch here. But if there's something that I can tell is valuable or might be interesting tech for me to take back, I want to snag that, and then maybe on the way back with Vaughn we can more thoroughly scavenge this because I think this is probably good tech to bring back to the castle.
Sure.
Quick engineering check gives me a 5.
You can tell that most of the unusual effects and powers of this thing came biologically. Like, a lot of the stuff seems like it was bioengineered to do things. Like, maybe those eyeballs in the jars help with tracking and vision kind of a deal.
The way like a camera would do like a gyroscopic thing the way we're familiar with?
Kind of, yeah. That sort of a deal. The actual like hover system just seems like it's fairly common tech. It's not like something crazy out there. It's not certainly something a techno wizard could whip up something very similar.
Okay. Then I figure that things like batteries are probably in short supply, so I will just yank out whatever the capacitor or battery is.
Sure.
Toss it in the back of the dune buggy or the truck.
Yeah, there you can figure out that there's some like round like pull-out rod looking energy packs
Okay.
kind of a deal.
Fuel rods.
Yeah.
Kind of, but like you have your thing. It's not radioactive, but it's something like that
Okay.
you kind of can pull out and salvage. You don't really know how you'd attach them to anything you have without some.
No, but if I
extensive
can bring
engineering.
back
But
something
yeah.
that's valuable for the rest, and it also prevents anyone else from coming by and floating it and taking it away. So
Right.
maybe we can get more salvage on the way back.
Sure, you can totally run with that. All right. So you kind of looted the thing. You have melted him down to ash. Anything else anybody wants to
Also
do?
gonna burn the eyeball jars.
Okay.
Those sound gross.
Yeah, I think I pulled them off before I realized, oh, those were probably navigation and not baby whatever that thing was.
Yeah, or like spy eyeballs for
Yeah.
more of him, whatever horrible thing he was.
Sure.
Also melt those.
This does sort of match the description of those Splugorth dudes that you were told about down the way.
Okay.
Okay.
That they mainly come and try and grab people for slave purposes. Like that's their deal.
Do you still have the picture up? Because now that
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have seen it,
You
I
didn't
want to
get
know
to
what
see
I
it.
was
What you were
what I was shooting at.
afraid of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. Gross.
So one of those women was there, because that's who we hopped down and fought, right?
yeah.
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 And it's a fair assumption there were probably two others hiding in the grass.
That is fair. So these corpses, do we think they're the monster truck douchebags?
It doesn't seem like it. The truck wasn't damaged by fire before. Does that thing, like, is it gelatinous? Does it look like it has the same sort of trail or slime that the other stuff did?
Yeah, the slime
Oh, okay.
absolutely. Like the
yeah,
smell
and
of it
the
matches
burning
the smell
slime
from the
matches
car.
what we
Oh,
found in
okay.
the truck.
Yeah.
Was this thing wide enough to have made that
Yeah,
trail?
I think that's exactly
The barge. It really is kind of like a crop circle thing. Like
Right,
it
okay.
was hovering along the ground and it just pushed the grass
That
down.
makes perfect sense.
Kind of a deal.
Not teenagers with logs and ropes.
No. Nope.
Well, I just imagine, like, every time you fired, there's like a circle of
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's
grass
Yeah, but that's-
blown down.
In an exact radius out from you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you guys managed to burn everything else and take some fuel rods and you are clear to hit the road. The dudes that were the corpses of humans that you found on the thing look like they might have been dudes there were two. They might have been taken and locked in a cabinet kind of a thing on the barge.
But I don't think they were living before we started shooting at the thing. Or do I think that's what happened, or do I think that?
It looks like they kind of took some damage from the barge getting wrecked
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
in some way. But you're not sure exactly. I mean, you're not, unless you want to like take them for an autopsy.
No, but I will give them some sort of quick rites.
Sure. You can take a minute. You want to like make a burial site for them and dig a hole, or
I don't think we have time.
But
Okay.
there are two perfectly good holes over here.
That's true. Waste not, want not.
so you get over there, and it does look like there is some bloody, nasty pulp bodies left in those two spots that he indicated. But yeah, there's a divot anyway that you could sort of.
Yeah, I
off.
think we'll drag the humanoids there, and I think we'll just maybe kick some dirt over whatever burnt remains of gunk there is of this Splugorth.
Sure.
But
you
take off my glasses and wipe them and give just the bare bones sermon. I hate to take any life, but if it was them or me, this was the way I want it to come out. Amen.
totally fair.
It is the dastardly villain who uses the innocent as a shield.
Yes. But it's not even noon yet. You got plenty of road ahead of you.
Sweet.
You guys get back on the road, heading northeast along the highway and into the midday sun that you tell Tiffany to close her eyes so she doesn't freak out about the shadow.
There's something right below me.
It's been following me for like 20
It's
minutes.
flying as fast as I fly.
There's one following each of us.
She's probably a little embarrassed about that.
Nobody else saw it.
Yeah.
It's only you that saw
Like,
it.
something next to my tail. Slap. Oh, it's a shadow. Oops.
But with that, it's a good place to stop time-wise and game-wise.
Yay.
Cool.
So thanks for joining us out there, and we will see you back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yay!
And I believe Max Razor Ridge
Yes.
Old
starts
West
Wednesday.
Werewolf game
Werewolf
starts in 2 days.
Yes,
Yay.
2 days.
Yes.
And who's all in that game? You're in that game?
Mm-hmm.
Jesse's,
As am I.
Awesome.
And Jesse's in it, and who's the fourth?
Steam Pope.
I don't know. Do I know Steve? Oh yeah, I think he's in it.
Yes. Should be fun.
Excellent.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So tune in. That's
You
8
guys have fun.
8 o'clock.
Yep.
You guys doing that? Okay. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock on Wednesday for character creation or
No.
first
we
session?
already have characters.
Already
Okay.
got 'em.
Yeah.
Yep, very cool.
For introductions.
And then Friday's show, 8 p.m. Pacific time, might have a special guest. I don't know yet.
Bum 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 bum.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
That's it. And Moat on Sunday.
play us out. Woo!
We're out of time and out of space, lamenting for the human race. A cataclysmic crisis from the past. A small blue world asunder torn, an apocalyptic nightmare born, and mankind better learn to cope with it fast. Watch the glittering protectors rise! Inhuman foes meet your demise! And boom, boom, boom! Your end is nigh!
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.